Some schools in our area are being proactive and are cracking down on the use of e-cigarettes and vaping products.
NBC 15 News checked with local schools and a number of private schools like St. Michael Catholic and Bayside High Schools.
The no smoking rules pretty much universally apply to any student, including those who are 18, to possess or use tobacco products on campus.
NBC 15's James Gordon spoke to some of the experts who are still looking for answers on how to approach the growing trend among teens.
Well, the crackdown is real, and if a student is caught bringing any kind of vaping to a school, they could be suspended. And some schools across the country, well, they're calling on law enforcement. Prosecution would be the last resort. Alabama law calls for juvenile hearing and a fine of up to $50. However, Alabama has no law and no fines for selling the vaping systems to minors. And that's why this group is gathered here today at the Drug Education Council in Robertsdale. Robin Gray, a member of the council and a substitute high school teacher, says teachers have become the first line of defense in spotting e-cigarettes and reporting it to administrators. She says the Juul device seems to be the favorite among teens.
Juul doesn't usually produce a visible vapor, so at most there's a scent. So these kids are able to use them in the classroom, exhale into a bag or into their shirt, and teachers don't know it.
Needless to say, teachers have needed an education since the vaping craze took off about 3 years ago.
And we give teachers, our law enforcement professionals, our counselors, our social workers exposure to being able to see firsthand what these things look like.
Hey, you got to have punishment for something. Everybody, if you do something wrong, you got to have some kind of punishment.
And if they don't do off-campus suspension, they should have it on campus where they have to come on Saturdays.
For Baldwin County Public Schools, there's a range when it comes to suspending a student for first-time and subsequent vaping offenses.
And if subsequent incidents occurred, then we could graduate to more serious discipline.
The goal behind the crackdown is to send a message and hope students simply decide that vaping isn't for them. And students are also being warned that drug-sniffing dogs will be brought on campus to search for any of those devices. Now we're live in Baldwin County. James Gordon, NBC 15.